Hello everyone and welcome to KSP. My name's Flyboy Pyoy. That's my internet name. My alternate name's Ryan. As you can see here, we've got KSP with some mods installed. That's not very much like me to do, but I thought I'd give it a go, and I'm quite happy with the results. So I've just got my new computer back. It's been upgraded and everything, and I've finally got all the equipment to actually record these videos. Also, having a new computer, that means I am starting a new save game. That's my creative name there. So that means I've got nothing, essentially. I have, however, imported my space shuttle from my previous space program, which is in a video I posted just before this one. So the mods I have installed is the clouds mod, so that gives all the planets clouds, obviously, and it does look very nice. I was a little skeptical at first because as I said, do not like mods, but look at that. Kerbin looks good. Let's have a look at the other places. Duna has a sort of dust storm thing going on. Yeah, it looks a little cheap if you watch the top, I suppose, especially with the pointy bit, but that looks pretty good there. Stress, Jewel, damn it, I've missed it. There it is. Jewel looks fantastic. It's actually got several layers because Jewel is a gas giant. It's actually the same size as planet Earth. Well, ish. 6,000 kilometers. But in this solar system, it's considered a giant. That looks very pretty there. And Lave? I don't know about Lave. It looks a bit... I don't know. The clouds are dark. I guess it's of different elements and stuff, but whatever. The clouds are slower than the planet's rotation there, as opposed to Kerbin. The sun hasn't changed, as far as I'm aware. Oh, and Eve. A lot of people don't like it, because you can't actually see, it just looks like a blob now, but if you look closely, it's actually like a stormy cloud thing going on above the whole thing, so you can see the land going past. I think it's pretty good. I mean, what's this place called? Eve. It's a pretty violent place anyway. And back to Kerbin. Oh yeah, and Kerbin's also lit up at night, which I think is a bit silly in a way because there isn't any buildings other than the ones at Kerbal Space Center. The other mod I've got is one that changes the skybox of the stars. Look at how pretty the stars are back there. That's much nicer. Just that star just below Kerbin there, I think, is a little weird looking. It's all spiky. Or is it that one? No, it's that one. Look at that. It's a bit strange looking. Maybe so. Then maybe there's stars that look like that. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm doing cosmology at college, but that just doesn't look quite right to me. There it is. Maybe it's like a North Star or something. That always be North? I think so. I'll probably look back at this video and think, what an idiot. Anyway, let's get to the plan. Right, first thing I wanted to do was make a space shuttle. As I said, I've made one of these things before. Do I have it to show in here? No. Okay, I don't. Well, whatever. Yeah, I had a space shuttle before, so I have a basic idea, but it was mainly stock parts for that one. Now I've also got the B9 aerospace pack, and some other pack, I forgot what it's called. So we're going to try and use some of these new parts, just to see what they're like. So from what I've seen so far, they look pretty good. I mean, interesting things like turning on the lights and everything, that's quite nice. We've also got this one. This one doesn't really do anything. It's a big fat one. This one I like. This is very pretty. And those RCS ports there are actually real. You can use them. And the jet of gas does come out of them. This is pretty cool. See how the cockpit sort of does a Concorde sort of thing? Hides away, makes it more supersonic. Or hypersonic as that's called. I've also got this one, which isn't part of the same pack. I really like the look of this one. And I do like the flag on the side. But it doesn't really fit with the other parts so well. So I'm trying to avoid using it even though it's really nice. this one also has lights, you just can't toggle them in here. There's also this variant, which neatly stacks behind like that. It looks a lot like a boat. But yeah, I don't really know where to start with this. My old shuttle had that cockpit, which was the big one originally, but mods happened, so I guess we also have these funny looking cockpits, but I don't think this is for a shuttle. Lights? That was just a train. Well, I'm going to quickly throw something together and see what it looks like. Okay, so after a little bit of faffing around, I seem to have a sort of base model. Let's just have a look. Let's just give this a name first. The Kerbin Shuttle Mark III. Use my fancy. Yeah. A. Save. So this is it. Let's just take those off. Okay, so I've gone for this cockpit in the end. I think it looks a lot nicer. There is a clamp bit there which will obviously open up and you can dock just like the previous shuttle. There is a cargo bay which hopefully won't clip. Yeah, it does a little bit, but it's not too bad. It's a lot more open than the old one, so that's a lot nicer looking. These parachutes here are just for the testing because I haven't actually flown this yet, so I'm yet to see if it actually flies. It's a lot cleaner and neater than the old shuttle. Let's just add some strengthening bits on it, just so it doesn't fall apart. Oops, no. There we go. Basically, the way I play Kerbal Space Program is I've switched the setting in the notepad thing, saying if Kerbals are killed, then they are permanently lost. That's how I will be doing the rest of these videos. Should I make any more, of course. I've used the B9 Aerospace wheels, even though I found them to be a little buggy already. I've gone for the old design of a shuttle, you know, the wings quite far back. It does mean I've had to put these two here, and it turns out at that angle, according to the rate of lift and all that, that it should balance out with the centre of gravity, and that is more or less in the cargo hold as well, so adding in and removing things in there shouldn't make too much of an effect on the way this thing flies. We've also put in the air brake from the pads, and a little info thing which tells me all about all of the I don't know what they're called. You press the numbers and you get things to happen, whereas previously without the mods I've literally got it written down on paper. I'm also using these RCS ports, which I haven't used before because I always thought they looked a bit weird, but they look quite sleek with this. I like it. There's also a transmitting device on the top. So yeah, hopefully that won't get in the way of the docking. But let's see how this goes. So we're going to send in, is it 2 men? Yes. Let's send in, yeah, Jeb and Bill. And yeah, we've got these extra parachutes here just in case. We've also got the centre of thrust more or less in line with these two. I was going to put engines on the top up here with the dorsal fins, but I suddenly realised as soon as I fire them in space, this thing will want to spin around uncontrollably. And there we go, I guess we should launch this then. Okay, here we go. That's interesting. Show on start. No. Use a hotkey. I for info. Yeah, not now when I click on it. Stop the crafting on. Okay. Ah, it doesn't have any lights on it. Lights would have been good. I do at least have cockpit lights, I'm pretty sure. Lights on. Ooh, look at that. They are bright. Another thing that this shuttle doesn't have, that the old ones did, is the ability to control itself. Well, they look a bit funny. So no autopilot sort of things. Whatever. And it also doesn't actually show the pilots in the bottom right on this mod, but whatever, we'll give it a go. Let's move a little bit to the side. Some funny glitchy nose wheel. Do we have RSS? Here we do. Test the RSS. Okay. Pressure of RSS. It's barely, isn't it? Oh. Yeah, it's the funny RCS balls. Oh yeah, these are the RCS in this cockpit that don't actually do anything for real. It seems to fly pretty well, which is nice. It's kind of annoying that I can't see my crew, but I know they're in there. There's no interior either. Okay, let's just do one circuit, runway 09, and we'll see what happens. I'll have to add some light to this, obviously. Landing gear hides away pretty nicely. The fuel's not much, but it seems to be enough. I mean, it's not going to be flying around all of Kerbin. It's not its intended purpose. If I just turn the throttle down, actually, as I have done, it seems to handle pretty well. It's also a thrust vectoring engine, so it should give me some stability and ability to do a few cool maneuvers. SAS is holding up pretty well. Okay, let's go base here. It's a bit of a dodgy approach, but coming in on finals. Also put solar panels down there on the bottom. This is a dodgy approach, but it's probably good enough. Let's just stick the you know, I'll leave the brakes off. I know what these funny wheels are like. Can I turn the steering on this? Apparently so. Oh yeah, kind of. This thing's quite nimble. I think it's a lot smaller actually than the old Shuttle. Either that or it just looks it. Just turn on smooth controls. Oh, look at that. Oh, that front wheel is not... Jeez. Christ. Wrong button, wrong button, wrong button. Stop the ship. Oh my god. Okay. It's got to do something about that nose wheel. I don't know what it is, they always drag really heavily. I can drive it though. Does these wheels actually have motors? Enable motor. Enable motor. Go. Oh, brakes are on. Go. Hey! Electric driven. Nice. Well, yeah. Okay then. Let's just taxi this back to somewhere. I'm sure they wouldn't mind. Whoa. Let's go up here. Yep. It's quite off-road manoeuvrable, it seems. Took care then. Oh, oh no! Okay then. Whoa! I can't, hang on, I can't actually get people to come out. Oh, there we go. And jump off. Oh. All that, that'll do. Oh, you made it. This must be Jebediah, he's happy. Yep, it sure is. Let's take a surface sample. No. Pfft, whatever. Okay, then let's recover Jeb. And let's recover the other bits and bobs just to clean up the space center. Apparently it's landed at KSC, it says. More like smashed into pieces at KSC. Okay, here we are again, and I've made some adjustments to the ship. I've also added this in. I have no idea if it will save or anything, but there we go. So we have got number 1, which is the wing antenna, which are already out, as you can see. 2 would be for the nav lights on and off that I've added in. I believe they're on the right sides for red and green. 3 would be the solar panels, which we didn't actually look at last time, which look interesting. 4 would be the roof antenna. It does open the way towards the docking port, but hopefully it won't be getting in the way. I guess I just won't use it when it's being docked. 5 is the air brake there at the back, right there. And just like the last craft, 9 would be cut the parachutes just before 50 meters above ground level. Let's have a look at the cargo bay and the docking bit there as well. That's quite nice. Also, I've added in some spotlights along the bottom. The new ones, they do that flickery thing at the start, which is kind of cool in a way. I've also adjusted the wheels. This one's now starting off as steering, and I've turned off, what's it called? What's that one at the bottom? Dynamic steering, which I have a feeling might have been affecting the whole, craft's wobbling around out of control thing. I've also removed those test parachutes because I know this thing flies pretty well now. I've also got those on backup. Anyway, so without further ado, let's fly this thing. Let's see into the wheels. Oh, it still right. Yeah, it still goes off to the right. I have no idea what that's about. I don't know. I do want to keep these wheels because they're nice. Much better than the default ones. It's just, I don't know, they seem buggy. Right, I don't want to make it over there. I was going to see if it would fly to the other island, but I don't think that's going to happen. So let's just turn around gently. See how well this thing glides. So the air brake was it 5? Yes. That's quite useful. So the air brake's up. 6, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that does affect the speed. That's pretty cool. Let's turn those on. I do like this aircraft. Aeroplane. It's a space plane, really. Well, no, it's not a space plane at all. It's a space shuttle because it can't actually get into space on its own. They just have a rocket attached to this bit here. It glides pretty well. I wonder what it's like to dock, considering the what are they called? What are these things called? RCS. The RCS ports are probably they go sideways pretty well, but I wonder if they go up and down very well. Well, we'll have a look. Let's just land this thing first. Give the parachutes a try. There we go, that's pretty cool. And then we cut them with that button before they open up fully. It probably won't break them. These new parts are pretty tough. My old shuttle used to rip in half if I let them open up. I knew that from the destructive testing, which I can't actually do on this because it's not able to be controlled only by itself. It actually needs crew members, which is a little dangerous, I suppose. There we go. Let's get that brake up as well. What is up with that wheel? I really don't like that wheel. Anyway, what was I going to do? Let's have a look at the docking. Forwards and backwards? No, apparently not. It's the angle that they're at. See, this might... I might stick to the old docking, RCS exhaust, even though these ones do look pretty cool. Yeah. Okay, then let's give that a go. Let's recover this and head back. Okay, so here we are. Let's lift this up. Let's see. So we can control these RCS thruster packs. See, this one I can at least tell is going to go forwards and backwards because I can actually see the exhausts. Let's put those in the back as well then. All those silly, weird looking ones. Hopefully that strut won't get in the way of the exhaust. Gonna put that anywhere better. That's a pretty good place to put it actually, I mean, it's right at the back. Let's change this as well. Let's turn this around. Can I put it any further forwards? Does that look silly? I think that looks a bit silly. Let's stick it flat on top. But now at least it opens the other way. Let's have a look. Has that saved itself? No, it hasn't. Ah, that's rubbish. Okay, I'm going to fill this in again and see if it saves. Okay, so I've made a few modifications. Should be looking good now. I was just wondering to see if there's any way of me controlling this by computer. That looks interesting. Have them sitting outside. You still wouldn't actually see them in the bottom right. Can't. Well, there's nothing that's going to fit. Oh, hang on. Yes, there is. Aha! That's a Mark II, isn't it? Yes. Come on, fit in place. Oh, look at that. That's fantastic. So this has all the capabilities of the previous shuttle then. Stick these back on. Let's have a look how has that affected the centre of lift and gravity. Let's actually moved it back. Oh well, yeah, I suppose that makes sense. Would that be okay? I think that would raise the nose in normal flight. That'd probably be alright. I mean, it could just trim it. I'm quite happy with that. That's good. So we don't actually have to send any more unfortunate Kerbals, so I can actually send Jeb and Bill back, and this should fly on its own. That's good. It also separates the docking port of that antenna there as well a little bit more. Let's have a look then. Let's save that. This is still the A model, hasn't really changed much. Is it still the A model? Yeah, I suppose. There's not a major change. Let's fire up and see how it works. Okay, here we are. Let's put the brakes on. Has that thing saved itself? I think so, because it didn't open itself up this time. Hey, that's good. I didn't change that bottom line. No, it doesn't matter. That's good to know. So we got 1. That's the aerials on the wings, same as the old shuttle. 2 would be the nav lights. Yes. Leave those on. 3 is those solar panels. I can't close them once they're opening. 4, antenna. That's quite far away from the docking port now, I suppose, isn't it? As long as it's not docking onto some long arm. What else was I going to do? Yeah, let's have a look at the RCS then, let's see if it works better. Forwards? Oh, that's much better. Let's turn the brakes off, see if it actually moves us. And backwards? Yep, doesn't appear to be. No, it doesn't look like the strut is blocking the nozzle. Well, left and right. I might need some ports on the top or bottom to do some yawing motion. And the rotating. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Okay then, let's see if this thing flies well enough. Let's turn those lights on. Let's start the engine. Let's go. Nice and gentle. SAS turn. Oh my goodness, this thing steers ridiculously. And then sometimes it doesn't steer at all. Ah. Stupid thing. It's a good thing it looks good. There we go. See, these landing gear that you can get in the pack fold away quite nicely. See, the normal ones will be sticking out. That's a bulgy bit underneath at this point, which sucks. It's good to see how that performs with the air in as well. And there's no crew. Absolutely no crew. So I'm relying on the battery power, but I've got the solar panels. So, right. let's purposefully get it out of control. Let's get into a spin. In fact, let's go up and stall it. See if I can recover. The only times my previous shuttle ever crashed was due to a loss of control. In fact, one person has died in the old shuttle, but that was in the old game, so it doesn't matter. Oh, look at that. It just wants to fly. That's fantastic. Look, I'm not even putting any engine power in. It's pretty well designed. Also gained some speed. There we go. It's gliding again. That's brilliant. I might change that flag there. I mean, it looks good. It actually looks like a flag as well because it's got creases in, so it actually does work well when it's a real flag on the on a stick. But it's of the United Kingdom, which doesn't exist anywhere on Kerbin. It's a completely different solar system to ours, so it's a bit out of place. Let's open those up. Let's bring those down. Let's turn those on. Switch on the brakes because I know what these wheels are like. I think I might keep them despite the fact they're all really not great. Oh, the air brake. I'm not used to it. It's not something you'd have normally in KSP. And let's cut the parachutes before they open properly. Again, doesn't matter. Blimey, it's a bit wobbly. Doesn't matter if this... Oh, SAS is turned off, that'd probably be why. Doesn't matter if this goes too wrong because no Kerbals on board. But a good landing by the looks of it. Oh, look at that front. Look at that nose wheel. Oh, they're oh my goodness. What was that? Bloody nose wheels. They're rubbish. They're rubbish. It's kind of disabled the craft here as well. Can I... Well, least I could do is kind of make it flat. Just not put so much pressure on that wing. That's pretty neat how these are they called canards or are they called... Well, they call them canards here. Blimey, it's been ages since I've talked about aircraft. There's a difference between canards and whatever the other one is. It's to do with whether they move independently, and these do. Oh, this one has reaction wheels. I'm assuming this one here has a reaction wheels as well, yeah. Good stuff. Well, let's turn all this off. I don't even know why I had those lights on, there was no one in there. Well, I'm quite happy with how that thing flies, so I guess I'll end it here, and in the next video, if there is one, there probably will be, I will try and strap this onto a rocket and see if it goes into space, and how well it performs in space, and see if that can hold anything useful. So, I hope you liked the video, hope it wasn't too boring. Like and subscribe if you want, I don't really care. See you in the next video. Come on, close. Stupid things.